Welcome, or welcome back to Game of Fangs and Thorns. My name is Hannah, and this, as you can probably tell by the title, is a reading vlog. Now, moving forward, I don't know if I'm going to do reading vlogs every week, or just for readathons, special occasions, that kind of thing. But this is the readathon for Lightfall, hosted by G over at Book Roast. It's a fun little readathon. I shall include the details below if I remember, but that's what we are doing. Now, today is Saturday. I'm just adjusting because I have you on the bed, as always, filmed on iPad because we are so techy here. But the book I'm reading is The Lesser Dead by Christopher Beelman. This was a recommendation from somebody at work, and this is their copy, which is why I'm being very protective over it. And the back says, "The secret is vampires are real, and I am one. The secret is I'm stealing from you what is most truly yours, and I'm not sorry." New York City in 1978 is a dirty, dangerous place to live and die. Joey Peacock knows this as well as anybody. He has spent the last 40 years as an adolescent vampire, perfecting the routine he now enjoys. Womanizing in punk clubs and discos, feeding by night and sleeping by day with others of his kind in the macabre labyrinth under the city's sidewalks. The subways are his playground and his highway, shuttling him throughout Manhattan to bleed the unsuspecting in the sheep meadow of Central Park, or in the back seats of checker cabs, or even those in their own apartments who are too hypnotized by sitcoms to notice him opening their windows. It's almost too easy. Until one night he sees them hunting on his beloved subway, the children with the merry eyes. Vampires like him, or not like him. Whatever they are, whatever their appearance means, the undead in the tunnels of Manhattan are not as safe as they once were, and neither are the rest of us. So that is the first book I'm reading, and I am currently just about to start part 2, and I'm on page 79. We've met Joey. He's a bit of a character, and he knows it. He's an arsehole, and he owns it. I think he describes himself as a prick. But he owns it, so. And he is an unreliable narrator and says that from the get-go. So we are making this way through this, quite enjoying it. And I can't remember what prompt, if any, this fulfills, and my phone is downstairs and I can't be bothered to go get it right now. I have my other stack here. If you've seen my very rushed TBR video, you'll know that I didn't really know what I was doing in that video. It was the first one since coming back to BookTube, so go show some love on that, and show some love on this video please as well. I think this counts for 2 prompts, because it is a mostly black cover and it was recommended by a friend. I just can't remember exactly what it fits at the moment. So today's plan, it is like Saturday afternoon at this point. I spent most of this morning and last night doing a bit of a tidy up in my cupboard of a room, the nest as I call it, and I mean, it's not perfect. I have too much stuff and not enough space, but I need everything that I have, so we shall gloss over that. And with it being Saturday, I'm either going to be seeing James later or going out with my parents for some tea. But either way, I'll keep you updated. So I think that's it for this little intro. I shall be back when I've read more or finished this, and I have some other videos I want to film today. But I think that's it, and I shall see you soon. Hi guys, so it's now Wednesday. I think I started this on Saturday and haven't updated you since. So, what have I been doing? Reading, crocheting. Like, this is the third attempt of a pair of mittens. But this one is going quite good so far. I'll just pop you back in this so I don't lose it. And this is the somewhat finished article. I still have to do a thumb and a little flap, because I want these to be the convertible type where I've still got my fingers free. But I'm looking forward to that challenge. In terms of reading, I have finished The Lesser Dead by Christopher Buehlman. I don't have it to hand because I did give it back to the work colleague who I borrowed it from. And I gave that a 4 out of 5 stars. It was creepy, unsettling, but we still had an enjoyable main character, even if he wasn't reliable as a narrator. And he was a 60-year-old vampire stuck in the body of a 14-year-old. So he still had that 14-year-old sense of sexuality, innocence a little bit, coupled with the nostalgia of that, I want to say. I think that's the wrong term. But yeah, 4.5 stars for that one. That fulfills the prompt of read a horror book. I don't think that was what it was originally meant to fulfill, but it fits for what I had at the time. So I want to do my the not official, but the first level prompts first, and then go back and see what I can fit with the rest of the TBR. And now I have started reading Keepers of the Lost City by Shannon Messenger. So it's a complete 180, because that is a children's book. And it is such a quick read. We follow Sophie, who is a 12-year-old telepath, but she's keeping that a secret from everyone, even though the being a mind reader in the human world is causing her headaches and migraines, and it's not fun for her. She's also incredibly smart. But then she finds Fitz. Well, technically Fitz finds her, and he tells her some things that completely shatter her worldview. And it goes from there. So Sophie is an elf. She's a mind-reading elf. And Fitz takes her, I should say Fitz is only 15, and it is just a friendship. But Fitz takes her home, basically. And that's pretty much where I left off. There seems to be some mystery about these fires that happen in San Diego, which is where Sophie is from, and they seem to have been looking for her for a long time. The council, which is like the elven royalty, are not happy, and we shall leave it at that. Okay, so it's Saturday. I will hold my hands up and say I didn't end up reading last night. But I did finish my mittens. I just have them downstairs, and I dug out my slipper boots that I crocheted, and they are so super comfy and warm, which is important to do because it's still cold. I've just filmed my recent reads video, which is why I'm in the filming corner, and you can't see it, but the TBR cart had a meltdown and shook the books at me. They hit me in the head twice. But I filmed the recent reads. I got part 2 of the very rushed, very haphazard Prepsember series up, and now I am definitely going to pick up, well, I'm going to see James in a bit, because he's on his way home from work. So I have to tidy up, basically restock the TBR shelf, put the recent reads away, which is going to be fun, because I have no space. We might get an unhaul out of this as well. I do have one planned, but we might get another one out of this, because I have no space. But I think that's it. My mittens are a success. They're nice and warm. And I think that's it for this video. Well, this update. Don't have much more to tell you, so I'll probably put all this away, push the TBR cart back to the bookshelf without hopefully getting hit again, and we'll go from there. I'll see you soon.
It's Sunday. I have a weird bit of hair that doesn't quite know what it wants to do. But today is hair dyeing day. My mum said she would dye my hair for me and help me with the curls training side of things. But maybe I'll say that at some point today. Plans for Sunday include reading The Flat Shed by Beth O'Leary. This follows Tiffy and Leon, who not only share a flat but share a bed, despite being virtual strangers. Leon works nights as a hospice nurse, and Tiffy works days as an editor. And Tiffy is in post breakup, and we get the impression that her boyfriend Justin isn't that nice of a character. It's been hinted at least once that I've noticed that Justin may have been a bit of an emotional abuser. He seemed to try to control Tiffy by basically keeping her away from her friends. I've lost a glove, I'm probably sitting on it. And just generally not being a nice person. And he was allowing her to stay in his flat, but since being engaged to someone else, he's said no. Tiffy got to move out, or she can still live there, but she owes money for future rent and back rent. And Tiffy isn't in a great financial place, so she can't do that. So hence the bed share. And I'm also today going to work on the plotting, drafting, whatever you want to call it, for Secret Society. Basically doing a character sheet. I have it on my Notion app as well, which I will show you at some point. That's probably Prepsember Part 3. And it's not the prettiest in the world, but it's functional. It'll do the job. So I have that and this, and at some point today I do want to put my Christmas nails on. So maybe I will talk to you then. But for now, reading and writing call. Hi guys, so it is actually Monday. I did forget to finish out the vlog yesterday, but I was hoping that I would have finished the flat share by now as well, but I only have this much left, and I am enjoying it. I'm sure everybody knows by now that there is going to be a movie adaptation of this. Excuse me. Yeah, and so I'm not sure if I want to go watch the movie or not. We'll see. But yeah, we've met. Justin and Leon have met. That didn't go down well because Justin is definitely an emotional blackmailer. But overall, I think this shopping trip at Lightfall was a kind of success. I read 2 3/4, would you say? And they were all rated 4 stars. I think this one will probably be a 4, maybe a 4.5, depending on how it ends. And actually, this isn't as long as I thought it was, because it has the acknowledgements and a sneak peek of the Switch, which I did read and really enjoy. I didn't have that much left, actually. Not as much as I thought. But yeah, so that's it for this video. I know it's a bit haphazard of a vlog, but I'm getting back into it. So give this video a like if you like it, and hit that subscribe button if you want to see this, talk about these, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.